What is up, YouTube? Casual Pokemon TCG here, coming at you guys with another deck profile. This is a new deck from Sun and Moon. I wanted to experiment with the cards from that set. So I put together Espeon Umbreon, or Day Meets Night. It does play Lunala. This is my own build. I have not checked out any other builds. So without further ado, let's jump right into this. We are going to start with the Pokemon lineup like we always do. And to start that off, we play the 4 copies of Eevee. This is great because you attach an energy, and whatever color energy it is, it has to be a basic. You evolve into the correct evolution for it. So, speaking of the evolutions, we play a 2-2 Espeon Umbreon line. We play this line just because I feel 2 and 2 is perfect. There's some games where I want Umbreon more than I want Espeon. There's some games where I want Espeon more than I want Umbreon. So it's pretty good. I wouldn't change it. It's working out pretty well. I've played only a match with it. Best 2 out of 3. And I won 2 out of the 3 games. So it was pretty good. It did have problems with breaking and not getting the basic and having to mulligan. I mulliganed about 4 times. So, I mean, it's whatever. That's probably just a once in a while thing. But, I mean, that's with every deck. So, you know, whatever. And then for the Lunala line, we play 2 Cosmog and 2 Lunala GX. We only play a 2-2 line just for the simple fact that Cosmoem is not needed because we play Rare Candy. And then also, we only really want 1 or 2 Lunalas on board. We have the second one just in case they clear the first one. It's really all it's there for. So, I mean, it's not needed, but it does come in handy. It's helped me win 1 game. So, pretty good. And then we play 2 Tauros. Tauros is just disgusting. It basically makes your opponent rethink their play when you put it up. So, you know, that's always good. Plus, its attack is just a DCE. So, why not? Moving on to the supporter lineup. We do play a pretty hefty supporter lineup. It's bigger than normally what I play, but, you know, makes the deck work, so why not? We play 4 Sycamore. Pretty standard. You gotta have it, so why not? 2N. We play 2N just because 3 was a little clunky for me. I did play this on the Pokemon TCG Online a couple of games, and 3N was just too much. 2 Professor Kukui. Professor Kukui is amazing. I'm a big supporter of playing 2. You can just play 1 and fit something else in here, like an Assault Vest maybe. But at the moment, 2 is perfect. 2 Lily. I'm a big supporter of Lily. I know some people don't like it. Some people think it's okay. I think it's really great. I'd play a 1 of or a 2 of index. I think 1 of is too little. It does come in handy because in this deck you don't want to be discarding a lot of stuff because you have certain key pieces you need at certain times, and if you throw those away early game, it's kind of terrible. So this is just really good to help fix some dead hands. And then we do play 2 Lysander because it's Lysander. You know, it's the card that always helps win games, you know. It's just great. And then we play 1 Skyla. This is just to search out some supporters or items you really just need at the moment, or in the next couple turns. So it just really does help a lot. It's just pretty good. And then to round off the supporters, we do play the standard 4 copies of VS Seeker. This just basically helps get back all your supporters. It helps for that kind of late game Lily that you need that's not a Sycamore, because you don't always want to get back a Sycamore in this deck. Like I said, you have key pieces that you kind of need to keep your lineup going, you know, because in the late game, this deck really does have a problem finishing out a game, but the VS Seeker does really help so that you can get your Lilies or your Lysanders or your Ns back so you can get what you need. So moving on to the rest of the item cards, that's it for the supporters. Moving on to the rest of the item cards, we do play 2 Trainer's Mail. I kind of wanted to bump this up to 3, but then I was like, 2 is perfect because you already go through your deck with fast enough with all the supporters that you play, like all the draw supporters. So it does help you go through it fast. So I think only 2 is needed. You can find room for the other 2 if you want to play 4, or the other 1 if you want to play 3. It's just, that's how it is. Then we play 4 Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball is amazing. I was testing out Nest Ball, and Nest Ball was just garbage. Like, I drew it when I didn't need it, or I drew it when I had enough board presence that it didn't really matter. So I think none's perfect, or you can just tech 1. It's up to you guys if you guys want to try that out, if you guys build this list. Then we play 3 Rare Candy. I play 3 just so that I can have it when I need it. You guys could cut one of these for something else, whatever you feel is needed, but this is just what I play, you know. I like it. It works out perfectly well. I get it when I need it, so why not? 2 Floatstone. Floatstone's in here because your Tauros is a 3 retreat, your Umbreon is a 2 retreat, and your Lunala is, I believe, a 4 retreat or a 3 retreat, something like that. Let me check real quick. Okay, so your Lunala is a 2 retreat, so you do not really want to get rid of your energies unless you really honestly have to. You're fine with getting rid of 1 off of Espeon, but that's about it. So Floatstone really does come in handy. Now onto the 1-ofs. There's a lot of 1-ofs in this deck. There's like 4 or 5 in here. One of them I'd like to have it be a 2 of, and I'll get to that when I get to it, which is the next card. Poison Barb. I want this to be a 2 of, I just don't own 2 copies of it. But the 1 copy is definitely putting in work. You equip it to your Espeon or your Umbreon that's active, and when they attack it, they get massively damaged throughout turns, and it just helps you close the game out way faster. Another cool thing with Poison Barb, you can equip it to your Tauros, and it'll actually make your opponent not want to attack that even more so that you can have turns to set up rather than not wanting to set up and then lose, you know? Or not necessarily not wanting to set up, but not having time to set up. And then, moving on, we've got 1 Super Rod. The Super Rod's in here just to get back key pieces. Like I said, your pieces are kind of low, so you gotta conserve them more. You gotta make more conservative plays, if you will. And there has been a game here and there on Pokemon TCG Online where my Lunalas were gone, and I needed them back late game, so Super Rod really did help. Same with if I went the Espeon route and found out I need Umbreon more. Well, Super Rod really does help get it back if I have to discard it, you know. So it's pretty good. And then on the same lines as Super Rod, we do play the one Buddy Buddy Rescue. This just helps get back Pokemon, you know. You don't really care if your opponent gets something back. You know, it's whatever. And we do play a special charge because we do play DCEs. That's it for the items. Moving on to the stadiums. We do play one copy of a stadium, which is Parallel City. Against the people that I play, this doesn't really matter, but I figured just have it in here on the PTC or Pokemon TCG Online. This is great on that, but in testing in real life in the match that I had, this did absolutely nothing other than it weakened my opponent's attacks by 20 because he was playing Mega Venusaur. But, I mean, didn't really do much because he would just sit there and force a giant plants over it. So, I mean, didn't do much. So I'm going to consider cutting it. But for now, it's going to be in there. So why not? Now moving on to the energies, we've got 2 DCE. That's why I have this special charge in there. I didn't want to play too many energies. We're playing 13, I believe. Yeah, we're playing 13 energies. Had to count it there for a second. Sorry. Yeah, we're playing 13 energies. So I didn't want to play a lot of energies. I didn't want to have to find out 2 more spaces for these or 1 more space for a 3rd one. Because you do want to play a lot of psychic energies because of Lunala. And honestly, just because of Lunala's effect, you don't really need the DCEs. And you're cool with taking that 3 turns to set up if you have to. So, it works out. And then you've got 3 darks for the Umbreons. You want to have this just as an option. It works out pretty well. And then you've got your 3, 6, 7, 8 psychic energies. You play the 8 because of Lunala mainly, but just to also see it, and you don't really care to put this on Umbreon. It actually does not matter if you put it on there. Like, if you put it on there, it's not going to matter because you could just move it off of there with Lunala. So, that works out. Oh, and another thing, you can switch out the Parallel City for a Pokemon or a Professor's Letter. Just because what that does is it just helps you get to your Darks if you need Umbreon. But it's not necessarily needed, but if you wanted to play it, you could just do that. That is if Parallel City doesn't really help you. But that's been my own build of Espeon, Lunala, Umbreon, Tauros, if that's what you want to call it, or Night and Day. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It does help. Don't forget to subscribe. Share this video with anybody who you think it would benefit. And this has been Casual Pokemon TCG signing out.